Hey friends, it's me, Alyssa, and I am back with Live in Local Atlanta. If you guys don't remember, I had a conversation about a year ago with coffee and crypto, and we're doing a little catch up with my friend Katerina Taylor. She is the founder of Hot Coffee. Kat, how are you?
I'm so good. It's so good to be here. Thank you for having me back.
Yay, thank you. And I know last time we got together, we were still basically all virtual, so it's so nice that we get to be together in person and just talk about coffee. I'm so excited. I am so excited. So let's first and foremost start with the big question. How is Hot Coffee doing?
Hot coffee is doing very well. We launched our coffee in January of 2022. It started going really well, and then we opened a coffee shop. And so we have now hit a year into the coffee shop business, and we've opened our second location. We did that in October, and so we're now slated for a third. So we're super excited.
That is amazing. You guys are growing so fast. Now, if I remember correctly, we had a pretty in-depth conversation about the roasts, blonde
Yeah.
versus medium and dark. And I'm not the biggest coffee drinker. And I'll even go as far as saying when I do drink coffee, I'm really casual. I use milk as the creamer, some sugar, just to dip bread. So let's talk about the coffee flavors. What's new to the menu? What can people expect?
So that's such a great question because, we are really focused on simplifying gourmet coffee. So we have stuck to our laurels in that way. We still do a dark roast, a medium, and a light, and of course a decaf for my decaf drinkers. But when you come into the coffee shop, we've got really fun flavors. So one of my favorite is a honey jasmine. So we really try to make sure that we've got a variety, but really creative ways to serve our coffee in a different way.
Absolutely, I love that. Can we kind of backtrack a little bit and talk about when you're getting these flavors, when you're creating these flavors, what's the inspiration behind the flavors and how long does it take to go from concept to cup?
You know, it's really the customer experience. We have two different locations. They are two very different vibes. And so we want to really placate to our customers and create a great experience. So sometimes they'll come in and say, "Do you have pistachio?" And if we have it, great. If we don't, we will always offer something different. So whether it's oat milk or almond milk, whether it's a pumpkin spice milk, we try to find very creative ways to deliver a different experience.
I love that. And you've got this other side of the business that's kind of in a digital space, if you will, with the crypto. How has merging these two things stayed, part of the brand and an integral part of creating hot coffee?
Interestingly enough, our business model has changed in a way that we really want to now get into more roasting and customer experience and growing the actual brand of hot coffee. Crypto has had a not so good year. So we've moved away a little bit from that, but still very much we want to make sure that hot coffee is playing in a virtual space. And so obviously we sell online and we're thinking about other ways that we can go virtual and do things potentially around crypto, but crypto hasn't had a great year. So
Yes, it is true. I feel like I haven't heard many
yeah,
great things with crypto this year.
maybe crypto founders haven't had a great year. Maybe that's the actual answer.
It could be that. I want to ask. So you had your first location, remind me of where it's at one more time.
So it's at North Side and Hollywood Parkway, so 725 Echo Street in Atlanta.
Okay, now the second location is currently open.
The second location is currently open, and we're in the Ernst and Young building, which is 55 Ivan Allen Jr. Boulevard, also in downtown Atlanta.
Nice. And you teased out to a third location. Do you know where it's going?
We do know, but we're not going
supposed
to
to say
say
anything.
yet.
Are we going north or south?
We're actually going to stay closer to the west side.
West side,
So they're
okay.
probably a couple miles within each other.
Okay.
One of the things, though, that we've noticed in the coffee market, and you may have noticed as well, specifically in the black coffee market, we're seeing a lot of black coffee shops close because of rising rents. And so one of the things that we're doing is launching a capital campaign to hopefully help us raise money to purchase our own building so that we can start roasting our own coffee because we hire local to the neighborhood. That's why we chose the west side of Atlanta. We really want to make sure people can walk to work, they have access to work, and also that they have access to a decent wage. And so, we would love for people to know that this capital campaign is important to us because of rising rents. We want to be able to protect ourselves, protect our brand, our coffee shop, as well as our customers. So we've just launched on our website a home for hot coffee. and people can give there to the capital campaign.
And can you go into a little bit more detail? When you say capital campaign, is it like a bill? What are we talking about here?
Yeah, so our goal is to purchase our own building because of the rising rents, especially in Atlanta. If you know anything about gentrification, people love their community coffee shops. But oftentimes, because of bigger brands, bigger coffee brands coming into the community, or just building and making it less affordable for small coffee companies to provide coffee for the community, we want to make sure that we can stay in the community. And so that's the capital campaign. We're raising funding to buy the building, so hopefully we can provide more jobs in the community as well.
And you said the website for people to find out more information.
They can go to our website. It's www.lovehotcoffee.com, and they can just go Home for Hot Coffee, which is a link at the top.
Absolutely. I love that. I love that. And really, in today's day and age, and I feel, especially as I get older, I feel ethical shopping is so important.
Yeah.
And I've always felt that way with my job. It's so important to highlight what's happening in the community and, show people that we're not just this big brand. We talk to big box stores, or we talk to big box people. We're here, we're in the community. There's people here, there's people thriving. And it's so important to call out to our community and help them and keep us alive, whether it is on the west side, up in North and Gwinnett County, or in Cobb County. Keep these local businesses alive, keep these local markets alive, because that's what keeps America as a whole living. Essentially, it's these small things, and people think, oh, well, my vote doesn't matter, or what's the big deal if I go to Walmart versus a mom and pop type shop? Yeah. It's really every penny counts, and I think that's so special that you guys are calling this charge and making this great call to action to getting the community aware. There's so much education around that, so I commend you significantly on that. And one more time, I want to get the website right, lovehotcoffee.com?
That's correct.
Yep, perfect. Can you tell us about, aside from you've got a new location coming, can you talk about anything else that might be coming in 2024?
Yes, so I had a chance, since we've met last year, I've learned a lot more about coffee. I'm still a student of coffee. Had a chance to spend some time with some farmers in Tanzania this summer, to work with some coffee farming co-ops and really learn equity in coffee, and that women are the driving force around coffee. They are the ones in the farms, on the coffee farms, harvesting the coffee. And so I want to make sure that, as we continue to bring our brand to Atlanta and to a much more global opportunity, that we expose these families and these farmers that are actually doing all the work for us, right?
Yes.
When you get to enjoy your cup of coffee at home or in your office, that there is a woman, and sometimes with a baby strapped to her back, right, who is actually planting and picking the coffee cherries. And so it's a full process, and so it was beautiful to see the harvest. But we want to make sure that people understand, what does the equity in coffee look like? And so when you come into a coffee shop like Bankhead Coffee, or when you're purchasing hot coffee, you know that you are purchasing ethical coffee as well, because it is important for us to ensure that we're supporting farmers and the people that we source our beans from.
Absolutely. I love that. Let's have a little fun. I want people to get to know coffee a little bit better and how you view coffee specifically. Walk me through your morning coffee. Let's start there. What are you getting for the roast? Are you doing, first of all, caffeinated decaf, dark, light, or medium? Let's start with that first cup of coffee in the morning.
I love this question so much, because coffee is different for me every single day. So maybe on a Monday, I definitely want some caffeine, but I actually want it cold. So I'll pull a shot of espresso, and I'll put a little syrup in there, whichever it is. Maybe it's a salted caramel, and I always do an oat milk, but I will do an iced coffee on Monday because I need a little kickstart to start my Monday. But if it's a Friday, I might do just a cup of regular coffee, but I always do it in a pour over. So I don't have a traditional coffee machine. I do have a Keurig because we sell K-Cups. But I will do a pour over, and then it'll just be a slow roast of medium, and I will drink it that way. And sometimes I will drink it black because, coffee is like wine. So there's so many tasty notes. And so that helps me kind of wind down my Fridays.
I love that. What's the go-to Danish bread donut that you're grabbing with a cup of coffee?
Oh, interesting. I love that question too. Muffins are always good with coffee. A Biscoff cookie is always good with coffee. But mostly it's a muffin.
I am definitely, I get a piece of sliced bread and
Okay.
dip it in my coffee.
Any particular bread?
Most of the time it's just regular white bread, but wheat bread's fine too. I don't know why I've
Is that
done
a
this.
family tradition,
Yes,
or?
I think it is definitely a Puerto Rican thing for
Okay.
sure. So, all my life, and I've been drinking coffee since I was 9 years old. So, all my life, I have my cup of coffee, I dip my bread. It doesn't matter if it's morning or night. That's how I drink my coffee. My piece of bread and my coffee. So,
I'll have to remember that. Maybe we can add that to the menu.
I don't know what that'd be called, but I have to ask, out of this whole experience, what's been the most joyful experience for you so far?
Being able to share with the community around just having conversations about coffee. You learn so much about everybody in the community just over a cup of coffee, from when they got married, how they met, when they had kids, or what type of job they have, what they're doing to save the community, who's running for the next elected position. I've met so many people through coffee, and it's really about how are we creating community around coffee, and it's been a beautiful experience.
Okay, I'm going to set the scene for you. It is a dreary, cloudy day here in
Okay.
Atlanta. A little cold. You're making a cup of coffee. What are you doing after the coffee? Are you snuggling up with a book? Are you watching a movie? What are you doing?
I am probably going to watch a movie because I'm probably going to fall asleep immediately. So, yes, probably with a warm blanket, with fuzzy socks, and a mug, like a huge mug of coffee.
Nice.
So, maybe like 12 ounces or 16 ounces of coffee.
Yikes, that is a lot. I can already
That is
feel
a
my
lot of
heart like,
coffee.
"Rrrr." That is nuts. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I have my one mug. It's a bigger mug, but I only use that mug specifically for
For your
dipping bread.
dipping. Yeah.
Yes, if I do another mug, I'll drink, and then whatever I don't want to drink, I dip my bread. But that one is specifically if I want to only dip bread and eat coffee. Or
Drink coffee.
I don't drink it if I dip the bread in that mug. I swear the mug is like this big, so I will only use that for dipping the bread into the coffee. I don't know why I'm like this, but I absolutely love it. How can people stay in touch through social media? You did mention the website, so how can they get in touch through socials?
So on Instagram, we're at Love Hot Coffee, as well as on Facebook and Twitter at Love Hot Coffee. Then go to our website and see all of our socials there too. We keep all of our events and things updated on our website. So we would love for people to come hang out with us.
I love it, Kat. Thank you for joining me today. This is Live in Local Atlanta. I'm Alyssa, and of course, download the free Odyssey app inside the App Store. That's AUDACY, so you can get notified for exclusive conversations just like this one with my friend Kat and coffee. Oh my goodness, what a great topic. Anyways, and once it's downloaded, make sure you favorite Star 94 Atlanta. And if you want to stay up to date with me, you can give me a follow at itsme_Alyssa D. I'll see you guys next time.